Okay, guys, you know how we do it. We got Kush, we got Blue Dreams, or we got Fruity Pebbles. We're gonna take a hit of Kush and some Fruity Pebbles. Okay, let's take our hit, guys, at the same time. Okay, hold up. I hate when your cartridges or your disposable gets clogged when you're trying to take a hit. Okay, now we can take our hit, guys.
You want to play Overwatch tomorrow night?
Yeah, we can do that.
So then we can have a 3-man team, you, me, and my friend.
Okay, guys, let's take our hit. Make sure they're not clogged. Flying horse, guys. Flying horse. Let's go. Guys, who should we play against tonight? I'm just curious if this has the same as. Nope, you can't. Okay, guys, should we play the Giants, Jaguars, the Jets, Lions, Packers, the Panthers, the Patriots, the Raiders, Rams, Ravens, Saints, Seahawks, Steelers, Texans, the Titans, guys, the Vikings, the Bears, the Bengals, the Bills, the Broncos. I don't know. Should we put the Browns, guys? The Buccaneers, Cardinals, Chargers, Chiefs, Colts. Should we play against the Washington Redskins? And I'm just gonna play against a random team, guys. I'm not even gonna look who I'm playing against. After I change my uniform. We're gonna go with the 1976 helmet, guys. Let's see. 94 helmet. No, we're going to F4, man. Okay, now we're gonna go pick a random team to play against. I have no idea who we're playing against right now, guys.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're running it back with the two teams from Super Bowl VI.
Oh, we're playing the Dolphins.
It's the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
Okay, guys, let's see how many points we can get. And you know the rules. You know the rules.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get. Started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
Okay, guys, you ready to see me get really messed up right now?
When he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Here we go. Right take.
Here's Prescott. Steps away. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner, put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone.
Okay, guys, you know what time it is. You know the rules right now. You know the rules.
And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's
And we're going to let Black Cat choose which one we take a hit off of.
Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder roll or take a big shot.
Are we going to take a hit off of some Kush, Fruity Pebbles, or Blue Dreams? Or we going to take a hit of two of them at the same time? What should we do?
I don't even know what you're playing.
Told you I'm playing Madden. It's got a touchdown. So I gotta take a hit. I'm gonna do Kush and Blue Dreams at the same time, guys. If I can get unclogged. Actually, we're just gonna do these two. Then if we get a field goal, we make the field goal, we're gonna do Fruity Pebbles. Or we can do some loopers. Off of the Mario Kart, the Mario battery. Yes, okay, guys. Let's quit procrastinating.
Winds up a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
By the end of this game, guys, we're going to be really high.
And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Carlos Watkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Now Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense,
look what they fucking just did.
Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure.
That's the best place for it to happen.
Or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A man who is both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Achane. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In motion, Hill. Play action, now it's Tua. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Taken in at the 22. He gets away from 1. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott, rolling to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one. And
the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like to a hit, and the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover.
You guys fumbling on the penalty. I'm declining it, man. You're not getting the fucking first down, bitch.
But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
All right, come on.
Motion man is Berrios. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Taken right around the 44. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2
Can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Forced out to his left. Fighting his way through contact. It's still fighting. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Their entire offense has been centered on him, and he's been carrying the load with ease. 100 yards rushing in a game for a quarterback is rare. In a single half, darn near a masterpiece.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Yeah, here we go. Right there.
To throw is Prescott. On the move to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the second half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
Looking to throw. Prescott steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Aubrey now for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A chan hit and the ball is held. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Out to his left. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it as we resume action. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be...
Catch the damn ball!
I think you make a great case for that. So
the next person that doesn't catch the ball is just getting a sock party.
Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. That last run, one of many that we've seen from him, and it's going to be the one that breaks Colin Kaepernick's single-game record of 181 rushing yards, set back in the divisional round of the playoffs in January of 2013. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Rolling to his left, escapes the sack, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Miami set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. The drive starts with
the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Prescott now from the 50. On the move to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Prescott to throw it. Steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Waddle, the motion man right. Tua going to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's Tua. Short throw to Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So they'll decline the penalty there and go ahead and keep the yards lost on that last play. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Yeah, there we go.
Throwing. Prescott out to his left. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his left. Wiggles free. He's still barreling through. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over half.
Guys, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, the bell, so you know when we upload or go live. And guys, can you do us a huge favor? It only takes a couple of seconds. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our content.
We get going in this 3rd quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Up the middle, Achane. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Looking to pass. Tua. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Prescott now on the move to his left. And just shutting him off there. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Prescott steps away.
Go, 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 go! You know the rules, guys. You know the rules.
A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. They kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back.
Did I just miss it, guys?
They have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of
the. Did we already have halftime?
The secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times
am I really that high right now, guys? Then I missed halftime.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
From the gun, it's Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own.
Run, 40. Bitch, run, motherfucker, run!
And he's going to be out of bounds.
Okay, number 9
nice
reminds me of the guy from The Longest Yard that loses his shoes.
Right at the 50, 1st and 10.
When he's running, that's how fast this guy is.
Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Past the 20, 10, and all the way down to the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here we go, right 26.
They'll look to throw here. Out to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run.
Guys, this is not even a game anymore.
to the touchdown. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
I'm sorry, the the Dolphins have 0. And my team has 64 points, guys.
Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football.
That's just sad.
This ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there?
And I'm not even trying anymore.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
See?
The punter doesn't want to run out there anymore.
They're not stacked his ass.
Put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the give, this is their fullback. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
So, Party, the next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
It's fielded at the 45. Shedding the tackle. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Prescott. Rolling to his left. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run early series.
Yeah, here we go.
He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly... Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
In motion, Hill. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
23 yards on the tuck and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go!
Now Prescott steps away. Able to push his way through. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
To throw is Prescott, being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a...
To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because...
Guys, this is a real freaking blowout right now. 0 to 85.
You got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The Dolphins need to get their head out of their ass and try to catch up.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
But they're not gonna catch up in 3 minutes in the fourth.
We'll leave them now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge that by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And taken at the 46. And shedding through the tackle. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Looking to throw. Prescott out to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Aubrey now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. 2nd and 10.
Guys, the score is 0-92 now.
Consolation score. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I'm not going to stop until I find a team that can actually score on me.
And stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Play action, now it's Tua. And now another turnover as this
The ball.
Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone.
Dude, the next point, it's going to be in the hundreds.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast.
It's 0-98.
Yeah, partner, this is
because of my interception. Oh my God, these people that are watching are missing a huge, good game. This would be the time to watch.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, forced out to his left.
I know we can sit up here and dance around.
I was trying to go for a 2-point conversion, and I got tackled. I should have just done the field goal and got the 100 points. But no, I was trying to go for 2. That's fine. I might intercept it again.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. On target.
Guys, I think I beat my high score.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
My high score was in the 90s. It was 90.
Don't let the best player on offense beat you.
But now we're at 98.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him.
Oh, we actually might make it. Who knows?
Post-game press conference, this team's gonna have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To a hit, and the ball is out. But fortunately,
it doesn't matter. It's 4th down anyways.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now.
I might actually get to the hundreds.
Taking it about the 36. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him.
If my controller doesn't die, guys.
19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott rolling to his left.
Oh, I might actually make it to 100 and something.
Prescott to throw it. On the move to his left. And he gets it inside the
First down.
9.
First and goal. First and goal. If I have to do a field goal, I will do a field goal.
They're going to look to throw. Steps away. And
yes!
Into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
Guys, this is an embarrassing scoring game right now.
Execute every second of this contest. I guess that was taken literally.
0 to 104.
Putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this.
I beat my high score, guys.
110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go.
Guys, we gotta take 104 hits.
Pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics are.
And we're not going for the 2-point conversion, because I know I'm gonna fuck that up.
Full speed, all out.
Aubrey good.
105 to 0, guys.
This one was over a while ago as they just
I didn't even think this game went out that high. I've never scored a high-scoring game like this before, guys. Ever. Not even on the PS2.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Miami set to take over. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Guys, this is probably my best game ever. I've never scored 105 points in a game.
For the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense.
Look, all the Dolphins guys are crying now.
What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know,
they're literally crying.
Exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there
they suck.
time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Okay, guys, let's see if we can beat the Falcons. And they can put up a game. Or something. I need a team that's good.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
How about this? Every time the Falcons score,
And leading them out
that's
as a
how many
monster at
hits we'll
overcoming
take.
adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024.
Then
Out
we
of your
take 9
alma mater,
hits.
Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
We're only
One of the big
including
advantages
touchdowns, not
Michael
field
Penix coming
goals.
into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he
Fine,
got
we'll
beat
do
up in
field goal
Bloomington. Everybody
2.
remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game.
And interceptions.
Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that,
Because you know it's not going to
because of
happen.
all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything. that
Oh,
comes
look,
his
they
way
didn't even
in the
get a first down.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now
I
forced
think
to
I'm
kick
already
himself from
there.
behind the line, thanks to a great effort defensively.
And his drive
Damn, they got
goes to the
sacked
3.
again.
Kendricks there for the tackle.
Fine. We're
You
gonna...
know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key.
Every time we
Lead,
sack
those
them,
type of
we have to
plays
take
gotta
a
be the
hit too.
minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They send the tight end in
Is that
motion
better?
left. Third down, it's Penix. Pocket isn't holding
Shit.
up. There's the drop in.
After I said that,
Defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
it happened.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, that's the cherry on top of that.
Yeah, it's my ball now.
So with the Falcons set to punt on fourth, on
Throw the
comes
ball,
Bradley
guys.
Pinion.
Come on.
He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Collects this at the 35. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. And his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
They are now set for 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Buying some time left. He's keeping it again. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's
Come
more like an
on.
alarm.
They're actually giving me a run for my money here.
Able to make something out of nothing.
They're actually trying, unlike the freaking Dolphins. They didn't even try. Just stop me, guys.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even
And
as
guys,
he worked through his progression
I will put our
initially,
Twitch
he was waiting for
down,
space to open,
and it
he
is
takes
in the
advantage with his legs.
description.
Working inside the red zone. And they take this in for the score. The Cowboys don't need long to take a 6-0 lead.
And
It's a
guys,
Dak Prescott touchdown. Wow, great work there by
if
the
you're
quarterback.
wondering
Play broke down.
where
Didn't
we
really
live,
have much of a choice other than to escape
we
an
live in a
improvise,
state
and in the end,
that's
Brock, the best
illegal.
call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his break.
Oh, that's
But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. McLeod now returning it. This return makes it up to the 25. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for second down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A pickup of 7, so they're looking at 9 yards to go now on 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He takes this in on his side of midfield. He breaks the tackle, and he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now here's Prescott. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into
Or
the red
guys,
zone
if you
now
tell me
with
to take a
1st and
hit,
10.
I will take a hit for you.
From the red zone now. He stays up. He's on the move. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas.
Oh, damn it. I spoke too soon.
It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice.
If you guys don't want us to do flying horse anymore, we'll go and do some loopers.
A necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an
know how we do it.
an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out
You
of it.
know how it's done.
Here's Aubrey.
I don't know what Black Cat's catchphrase is gonna be.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away.
I better not miss.
McLeod now returning it.
Halftime. I don't know how I missed
And he's
it the
brought
last
down
game.
just inside the 25 on the return. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Penix now on first down. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backward. Second down coming up.
Guys, leave it down in the chat or the comments.
Trying again following the set. Pass is caught. That's darted.
What kind of
40. Still fighting forward. To the 10. Touchdown, Atlanta.
fuck? Fuck!
It's pay dirt for the first time this game. That score was less about the throw.
I am pissed
although it was
right
good,
now.
Partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat
Yeah, I
sheets,
gotta
'cause
wait.
sometimes, well, it's quarterback.
Hold up. Do I gotta take the hit as soon as it happens? Or after the field goal? Which way should I do it, guys? Guys, we're just gonna wait until they take this field, do the field goal, and then we're gonna take this hit.
Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down
Okay,
to
guys, we have to take 7 hits.
You take one big one.
Instead of doing 7 hits, we're gonna just do one big one. But which one should I do it on? Kush, Blue Dreams, or Fruity Pebbles? I'm gonna do Fruity Pebbles. Wish me luck, guys. I get kind of nervous taking the hits sometimes. But I do this all for you guys. So, let me just do this. If it's not, if we just bring it on loud.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And his effectiveness hasn't been... It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, Prescott. Rolling out to his left. Now he takes it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass.
Oh god, guys,
and then what happens? When you get a
so high
quarterback
right
that
now.
lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. To throw, Prescott. Flushed out of the pocket. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately...
His mom's a risky shot. When I did her last night, her pussy.
Prescott set to pass. Escapes the pocket.
Huh?
And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow their
Every time we get
It's a Dak Prescott
make a touchdown,
His third of the game on the ground.
we just change the flavor.
Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. McLeod now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Penix here from the gun. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, ball at the 36. They go play action. Here's Penix. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's Penix to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the
It's a lot right now.
That's going to back him And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. Collects this at the 32. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll have it here after forcing that punt to end the first. Throwing on first is Prescott. Flush down out to his left. He can run it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
From the 34. Vacates quickly left side. Took off with it again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. And that run makes some history for him. He's now topped the previous record for rushing in a game by a QB. The previous mark of 181 was held by Colin Kaepernick since those 2013 playoffs, and the mantle now belongs to this guy. And whatever total he reaches before the end of this one. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's keeping it again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. Buying some time left.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with the
Come on, just give me that touchdown.
And keep tabs on what
Just
he
give
was
me
doing
that
as QB.
touchdown.
Give him just enough room to run.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end
Or
zone.
just give me that interception.
Jesse Bates in to pick it off.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air with Penix. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Chance to pay out their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys grow their lead on the turnover. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner. But, man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plunges, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Out of the field runs the Atlanta offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now.
This could turn into a blowout game, but who knows?
It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice
No,
gain.
depends if
Good
they don't
rip on
fuck
first
up.
down. That brings up 2nd and 2. From the 29. Pocket is pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
They'll throw on third and long. And
Thank you.
It's intercepted.
Rodgers intercepted the damn ball again.
Cowboys return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now
And guys, if you guys partake,
that turns the ball over.
and
Two very different tones and
if
tenors
you
on
guys
these
are
two
420
sidelines.
friendly,
One coach is
let us
pleased,
know what you guys
begging
are
for some
smoking
ball
on.
security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job
Or
well
eating,
done.
or drinking, or
Offense
whatever
sitting back out there
you're
now for
getting high
Dallas.
off of.
And the turnover puts
We
them
don't
right back out
judge.
there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either.
Almost
Now
made
you go
it.
in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And don't be a poser
First down from the red zone.
saying that you
Heading out to his
smoke
left.
when you
And
really
he'll
don't.
score. Touchdown, Dallas. The
'Cause,
Cowboys parlay the
Me and
interception
Black
into
Cat
points.
can tell
It's a
you
Dak Prescott
about a
touchdown.
poser that
Fifth
says he
rushing score for him as
smokes,
he moves
but he
one away
really
from the
doesn't.
NFL record. And he's done it so many times before in just this game.
He's just a
Brock.
poser.
There he is again in the end zone, leading that celebration.
I think they're running out of ways to
I
celebrate.
think so, too.
Right? They work on these things. They love these celebrations. But my gosh, he's made a habit of visiting the end zone. And it's his effort, it's his want to, it's his will that has carried this offense forward for much of the game.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead. Aubrey now to kick
Because
this
a
one
real
away.
stoner would never say no
McLeod now
to another
returning it.
stoner asking them if they want some weed.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here
Only a
come the
poser
Falcons
would
on
say
offense.
no.
And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think
The
just as
same.
big a goal, gotta play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Penix. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Trayvon Diggs has got it. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They'll have a shorter field ahead of them now, Brock. That pick sets them up just shy of the 40. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Dak to throw. Rolling out to his left. He's running with it. And they take him down right along the 30. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Avoids the sack. Taking off with it again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that will set up 1st and goal. Dak to the air here. Flushed out of the pocket. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. Shakes himself free. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Cowboys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. The 6th time he's run it in this game, and that ties the NFL record. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. He's throwing for it. Escapes out to the left. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback, right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful paint.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds him over the middle. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
3rd down give to Robinson. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. 4 yards, narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He absolutely could not be stopped on the ground. It seemed like every time he held onto the ball, he wound up in the end zone. Just an electrifying first half.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Return starts from the 16. And a great return has the offense just a touch shy of midfield as they start this drive. The Cowboys ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And you want your quarterback to, number 1, find ways to score for your offense. You always tell me that, Brock. But also, he's done it more than just through the air for them. That last drive, a notable touchdown for him on the ground for the season. He takes it himself. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. First down, here's Dak. Vacates quickly left side. Now here he goes again. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. A 7th rushing score in this game. That's a new NFL record. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. McLeod now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Can I say now, guys, this is really a blowout game.
Turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock, and not surprisingly, the defense is capitalizing.
At the beginning, they tried, but now they're just giving up.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. It's out. That's a live ball. Bouncing near the goal line. And he gets to it in the end zone. This is going to be a touchdown. The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half. As soon as that football hit the ground, Brock, we were just waiting to see, would it be 2, would it be 6? Who's going to get on it? It all came down to who jumped on it first.
Yeah, and in that mad race to the football, Kate, it was 6 points that won out. They were alert. As soon as they hit it and forced that ball out, quick to get on it before anybody on it.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys continue adding on to that lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. McLeod now returning it. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Now this offense ready to head back out. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. Play action. Here's Penix. Oh, no. He lost control of another one. Oh, he scoops up his own mistake. And this is a huge loss on the play.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
Pitts brings it in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
No gain on the run, so now they face 4th down.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Prescott will look to throw. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Second and 4. Buying some time left. Oh, he's calling his own number again. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
1st and 10, Prescott. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going for it again. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys
You know how we do it, guys. You know the rules.
Score for him this game. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited
No,
their
but what I was
ability
just
to
trying
turn it into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tack on 7 more to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. McLeod now returning it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the puncher, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Penix on 1st down. Chased out to his... Cowboys rushing in, and they bring him down. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Completed over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. Willie Cooker with the tackle.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can...
Wow, it's free again! And the Cowboys scoop it up. And the nightmare continues as they bring the...
This team is really giving up now.
The Cowboys capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead.
It's 7.
Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference.
7 to 70.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Or there's time when we go to the jail museum, you want to live stream it and try to give a little bit of the history. You think somebody might watch, you never know.
after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. McLeod now returning it.
Because when you come over, we're not just going to sit around and do nothing.
And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right?
I'm gonna try to. We're gonna try to go out and just go hiking or do something like that. If you're up to it. But that's why I'm trying to stock up on joints and stuff. So if we go out, we can just be smoking and just having a good old time out there.
On first down, here's Penix. Defender arrives
and then you can bring your favorite beer or whatever, and we can have a beer while we're up there.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear.
Have a couple of beers and then come back home.
Left side is
if you want it.
And they finally bring
if you want to do that.
A big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. First and 10 from the 41.
Or I'll see my friend will let us stay at his place. Oh yes, another one.
Has got it. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That pick six ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit
have a good bed.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. They're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. And he might back out there. You better flush it fast.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. McLeod now returning it. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Another drive coming up for this offense. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
In the field and special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Penix on 3rd down. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got 4th down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
trying for it with Penix. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, the bell.
And give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Flush down out to his left. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Yes, you know,
Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Now here's Prescott. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now we'll try a deep shot down the left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
What is it so much? I don't care.
He's on the move. Stays upright. Fights off the... And he's hit and dropped. So that's going to bring an end to our third quarter. Him picking himself up after that sack. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Escapes his grasp. He's running for it. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
You know, that's just not right. That's such an unbelievable run. What an effort, but still not enough for a first down. If he picks up the first down there, you're going to see that one. Well, you're going to see it go virally, and you're going to see it all over his highlight reel. He couldn't quite get it done.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Throw reeled in by London. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. Cowboys rushing in, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Design bootleg here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Kate, you just know as a quarterback there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it. And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of the coordinator. And now on 3rd down, well, you better do all you can to regain it.
It's 3 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave them facing 4th down.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let you run it there all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them. Just float the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that 1st down marker.
Personal foul, roughing a kicker, defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic first down.
Damn. I'm making a scene. For
So
what?
now following the penalty, it's 1st and goal.
But okay.
They'll run here following the penalty. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Penix here from the gun. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons making the scoreboard look a touch better. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, really, that's a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Coup with the extra point. And the Falcons cut into the lead by another point.
Falcons 14.
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion.
What about Douglas?
Turpin with a return.
Oh yeah! Okay, this is the Falcons in us.
Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
That's once in the blue moon that you do that in a game, guys.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. McLeod now returning it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Got a man, it's London. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. You set it down, score him at the 38. Penix now on 1st down. Caught by the open man. There he goes again. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons putting up points in a game decided. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons take 7 points off the deficit.
Falcons 21.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion.
It's just good.
Turpin with a return. And it's a nice return.
Don't you want to in a lifetime? Want in a blue moon? It'll happen.
Their failure on 4th down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And the Falcons are tackled on the return after taking the interception back to the 25.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Falcons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Atlanta.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Falcons just want to get out of here with how this one has gone. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Penix now. Wow, it's free again! But it looked like a Falcon swooped in and got to that football. Yes, they recovered. They're keeping possession. Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Another try following the sack. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now Penix on 3rd and goal. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with a touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Returning it from the 16. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Cowboys headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's keeping it. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Guys, don't forget to like, share, button, the post, you know when we upload.
Wow, they're going to pass
and turn on the notification.
Getting out to his left.
You don't miss any good content
Deep
like
down that
this.
left side.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Dak to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he works this to the 38 before going down. So fourth down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. From the right hash, 55 yards out. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
Maybe I'm projected here, Kate, but those seem to be the toughest misses. Whether you're in the stadium, watching it online, you're watching it on TV, you're seeing the kick is online, you're watching at field level as a player and everything looks good. But unfortunately, it just falls short. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down. A timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And he can't escape. They drop him to the turf. Got a flag down, though, from early indications. I think this might be on the offense. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.
Okay, this is where we're stopping.